Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Realmverse podcast. I am your host, the Big Head Bear, and this is the mid-October 2022 update.
The Realmverse podcast.
Again, welcome everybody to the mid-October update. Super happy to have you here with me. Thank you all Realmers for joining me, all adventurers. Hope we can make this podcast awesome. All right, quick disclaimer. Again, I did not have time these 2 weeks to record an interview. Work has been absolutely crazy for me. So that being said, I've been thinking about potentially moving the conversations to a separate series within this channel. So maybe starting like a Let's Talk Strategy series that would be put out at random times just to potentially make this a little bit easier on myself and not have to stick to what is like a 10-hour process every other week. It would allow me to communicate with people more and maybe release longer form interviews, so I'm not trying to shove it on the end of a podcast to not take up all of your day. So let me know what you think. I'm open to either. I'm open to continuing to keep the segments on and put them at the end, or potentially releasing our own series under the Realmverse podcast called Let's Talk Strategy and having different guests on. So let me know what you think about that. Again, apologies for the lack of interview, but I'm trying to do my best to move this around so we can continue making sure you hear the voices of other beautiful Realmers. Let's dive into the news. You all know what I'm going to cover first here. On October 4th, roughly 2 weeks ago, we had an absolutely epic sale. There was a sale for 100,000 magic for a realm. I believe it was sold by Jimmy, if I'm not mistaken, and picked up by Chef Radish. Congratulations to Chef Radish on this amazing pickup. Already seeing the stats come forward, your involvement in the Discord. Hope you put that beastly realm to use. I'm sure if we look on the particle Arbiscan, we'll find that you are absolutely killing it. So again, congratulations to the seller, congratulations to the buyer. There's nothing like seeing value created through gameplay. Keep in mind, these realms are valuable because they have such high natural resources, and the only way you accumulated any natural resources was through collecting, farming, and playing at the start. So these high sales are because these players have put in the work and put in the value in the early days. This isn't luck. This wasn't minting a rare geo, even though that perhaps was on there. This was about people spending their time, spending their hard-earned money to put value into an asset, and now we are seeing the dividends being reaped. So congratulations to everybody involved in that. It was an incredible, incredible thing to see, incredible for Realm, and incredible for Treasure as a whole. So thank you to both of those players. Alrighty, what else do we have in the news? On October 1st, the Watchtower was released. It is within the Realm app. It is essentially an economic tracking page. It shows the last 200 events for collectibles produced, structures built, exploration, and quests. Not quite the full thing yet. You can't query the entire chain of events at this point, but it's nice to be able to see in real time what people are doing. If you're curious if a whale's producing, what people have been making, you're trying to pull out your strategy for what to sell, what to build, how to maximize your earnings while also your position in the leaderboard. It's a great place to look, especially if you're collecting and planning on selling. So thank you to Jonah. Thank you to the team for shipping that out. It was done incredibly fast, out of nowhere, almost casually dropped by Jonah, even though it is a big, big deal. Always for more data, always for more visualization of that data. So thank you to the team for that. Jonah, in early October, sent us a little reminder with all the speculation around natural resources and their involvement with Particle. Jonah reminded us that the vision of Realm is threefold. First, it's about building a community. Second, create ownership for the community. And third, provide real world values to the owners. That has always been the thesis, and it hasn't changed. Every piece of on-chain data should factor in. So don't get caught up too much on your whole numbers. Make sure to look at how everything is broken down. Every piece of this game will have a place. So make sure that you're taking into account all facets of your realms, all natural resources, all geos, not just the best. And again, keep in mind this is all subject to change. Variants have been shipping on Fridays. If you would like to see them, hop in the Realm app, hop in the Realm Discord, look at the Transcendence page in the app. They have been some beautiful waifus and husbandos that have been released. GBS is absolutely killing it on the artwork. It's beautiful, it's spectacular, it's unique, it's inspirational. It's just beautiful to look at sometimes, and I cannot wait until these have manifested themselves into more 3D formats or just other visualistic formats. It'll be beautiful to see. Thank you to GBS. It's stunning to just come look at them. I can't believe they keep coming up with more and more every time. You don't know how they're going to get different, and somehow they keep getting more and more spectacular and more varied variants. Let's look at that. Magic rewards were distributed for the month of September earlier this month. If you would like to look at previous awards, come into the Discord, check the announcements. Later in the podcast and the rankings roundup, we will be giving out the amounts for the new refinery for this month of October, as they have now been calculated. So make sure to stay tuned for that later in the podcast. Transcendence cooldown has increased. Jonah has made a statement. The team has said since the beginning that every month for the next 6 months, Transcendence will increase in time until it reaches 30 days. So that means at the end of March, no matter what level you are transcending to, from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, from 3 to 4, whatever it is, hopefully there's a lot of people higher by then, whatever it is, it will be a 30-day cooldown by March. So if you're looking to boost up those AOVs, you're looking to level up in anticipation for more quests, for arenas, for maybe some gate-kept quests and some gate-kept battles, and you need that high XP, that Super Saiyan XP. Now is your time to get it at the cooldown at a little bit of a discount. So keep in mind, if you're strategizing and waiting to get more anima to level up, just keep in mind every month the cooldown does increase. If you would like to view, listen to, if you would like to bask in the glorious Realm music that has been submitted by the legend Max Wave, now going by Max Brave, go into the Realm map on the top right. You'll see a little microphone, a little megaphone icon. Click that so you can listen to this music. I know Max has been working hard on it. He is a professional music producer, so this comes from the best of the best, the top of the top. It's absolutely incredible. It adds so much ambiance to the game. Even though it's a short loop, it feels new every time. It really gets you in the groove. It's just great to have on in the background if you would like, or if you're playing, engaging, it's just that thing to get you in the mood. So thank you to Max for the music. Absolutely incredible. I'm looking for more and more to come. There is a quick particle capture bug that was patched. Everyone keep in mind, when you are collecting particle, the exact amount you capture may not be the exact amount shown on the screen. It should be a very slight discrepancy, but as it is, I believe, like a second by second accumulator, it can vary a little bit. So just keep a mind on those numbers. If you see anything, hop in, go into the help section, the bug report section in the Discord, send the team a message, open a ticket, whatever you need, but we want to make sure everybody has their particle. But keep in mind, it is on the blockchain, so everything can be cross-verified. So don't be trying to be up here pulling a quick one on the team. I promise they are smarter than you, even if you tell yourself that's not true. So again, check on your particle amounts. The bug should be patched, but either way, never hurts to make sure you get what you have been working very hard for. Next announcement came out a few days ago. Tempest, the legend, if you've been in Discord, if you've been on Twitter, you've seen them engaging, interacting, talking strategy. They are the legend behind the Treasure Hunt LOL, which is the website, the game guide for everything Bridge World and Treasure. Tempest has been nice enough to come and help out Realm. We talk about how we don't just need a strategy guide, but we need a guide for paths to take. The more complicated the game gets, the little bit more fun it gets, but the also harder it gets to explain. And at the end of the day, we want to make sure that new players can find us, new users can understand this game, even if it takes a while. At least the explanation is there and the understanding is there and the conceptualization of it is there. So if you would like to help out Tempest, you can go upvote the project on DWork. There is a link in the Discord. I'm sure there is a link on Twitter. I will try to post that in the description on this video as well. But go out, support Tempest. They're trying to get a treasure grant so they can have the money to do this, devote the time, support Realm, support builders, whether that's programming, developing, media, art, whatever it is. Go out and help them. Go upvote Tempest. This could be amazing for the community. They've done an incredible job on treasurehunt.lol. Go show some love. Let's bring more players in. Let's help out. Tempest is always asking questions in the Discord. If you have some perspective, some advice you want to lend, come on and find them in the Discord. They've been nothing but awesome. Again, thank you to Tempest. This could be huge for Realm. Jonah has announced that there is a new artist brought on to join GBS. It should help in variant creation and maybe some more interesting variants. That's all the info we have. We don't know the artist yet. We don't know who it is, but that's all right. We trust in Jonah. We trust in the team. We trust to throw out some gorgeous waifus and husbandos to keep pushing at the level that we have come to expect. The more the merrier. Let's get some more art out. Let's bring some more people in. Let's get some more waifus. All right, let's wrap this up with two big announcements. First of all, production costs through Particle. If you are not using a reactor and you want to produce collectibles on your realm using Particle, the costs have been lowered. The team has always been very open that they will watch market activity, they will watch prices, they will watch burn rates and adjust accordingly. This is the way I think it's always should have been. It should be people against the protocol, right? The regulators versus the players. And I think it's incredible that the team has the wherewithal to adjust, to stay open, and to stay receptive to what the community is bringing them. To quickly sum up, particle production costs now in a realm, if a common will be 0.2 particle apiece, uncommon 0.3 particle, rare 0.6, epic 1, legendary 5, mythic 6.25, and exotic 10. Again, those are the prices per collectibles. The limits stay the same. It's on a 3-day max accrual with a 24-hour cooldown per collection. So keep in mind, these only go up to 3. The price has dropped, but the cooldown as well as the max collect time has not changed. So it is cheaper, but you still have to work just as hard and just as long to gain that particle and to produce those collectibles. And last but not least, I know everybody is excited. We got a hint yesterday. We got just a little taste, just a little droplet of Realm dropping the big eye emojis when ... and then battle in that glorious black and yellow Realm font. We don't know quite what it means. It's been hinted at. We've been told battles, arenas, PvP, let's go, collectible drops, XP traits. We don't know what it's going to look like, and that's okay. We're here for it. Excited for the battles, excited to throw our waifus and husbandos in to see who is the most dominant, who is the best, who brings the sauce hotter than anybody else. We should be seeing that soon. Thank you to Jonah for the teaser. I know there'll be much more coming this week, and we will do our best to cover it. Thank you for listening, and this has been the news. Paralysis by analysis. Let's dive into the Realm economy. First and foremost, looking at the new settlers, weekly new users, new unique addresses, unique wallet numbers, unique social security numbers coming in. Over the last 2 weeks, we had roughly 20 new users come in. Again, I don't know how exact that is. I don't know if it's the same people with unique wallets, but either way, Dune Analytics, thank you, Fritteneth, is showing roughly 20 new users came in the last 2 weeks, possibly a little bit more, 22 more to be exact. Good to see. Thank you to all the settlers for coming in. Let us know what you think about Realm. Hop in the Discord, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you would like. Let us know what you think. I would also like to correct, last month I reported that we only had a slight gain in users in the month of September. However, after Fritten was nice enough to add all of the Realm contracts, AOV, Particle, Anima, everyone interacting with Realm, that number actually skyrocketed to 793 in the month of September. We had an 81% increase over the users in August. We had a total of 793 unique addresses interacting with Realm. That is absolutely incredible. It, in fact, is the highest total since it minted out in February. Even in May, we still did not reach 793. Man, congratulations to the team. Congratulations to all the new Realmers. I hope you're enjoying your AOVs, your Realms. Congratulations to the team, everyone working hard, everyone building the community. It's incredible to see new users and the amount of people potentially coming back to Realm as well. So thank you to everyone interacting and playing. It's beautiful to look at this chart and see such a large spike and knowing that it's not bots. It is actually people interacting and playing. All right, let's take a look at the primary sector of the economy, the manufacturing sector. All right, in the first 2 weeks of October compared to the last 2 weeks of September, there was a pretty large decline across the board. Let's get into it. So, production of collectibles was down about 35%. At the end of September, Realmers produced about 27,000 collectibles. Until at the start, the first 2 weeks of October, it was only about 17,000. So it was a big drop of 35%. Also, a lot of that production, if we look at the analytics section, I'm trying to figure out how to do this better. If we're looking, there is a lot of rare aquatables in circulation. The Earthen has definitely taken a dip, as well as technology. There is a large supply of quantum computers, but nothing else has more than 1,000 circulating within tech right now. So it looks like definitely people produce less, maybe engaged a little bit less, but either way, it's the start of the month. It's the start of a new quarter. All right, let's look at the secondary economy. There was about 31% less collectibles consumed in the last 2 weeks. At the end of September, we did about 23,000. At the start of October, it's sitting right around 16,000. So it was a decline in the total collectibles consumed by about 1/3 decline, about 31%. So let's look at what those were used up of. The collectibles to build cities. The amount of cities built in the manufacturing economy was up about 30%. We had almost 1,000 cities built in the last 2 weeks. So that has been steadily rising over the past month. It declined at the end of September, but now it's back up in October. Monuments built took a big decline, however. It was down about 52%. It's a little bit understandable. Right before the last 2 week period, it debuted, so people were hungry, people were champing at the bit. But now we're sitting here a little bit later, and maybe some of the fever has worn off a bit. Maybe people are waiting for inheritance a little bit more. But either way, it decreased by a little bit over half. Not only is the production side of the economy down, but the consumption and the manufacturing is as well. However, all that being said, Burn percentage across the board for all collectibles has risen by 1% again in the last 2 weeks. So if we look at it now, since the start of August, the burn percentage has been steadily increasing. We are almost at 80% now. Again, I don't know how the team looks at this. I don't know what numbers they're looking for. I don't know if there's a threshold they're looking to hit before they ship new things. But either way, the burn percentage has been going up. So in the end, even though people are producing less and maybe building less, it seems to be balanced. We didn't see a massive uptick or a massive downtick with the burn percentage. It seems like the economy is balancing itself out even when there is less gameplay. That could be good players, that could be incredible game design, I'm not really sure. But either way, it's good to see that the burn percentage keeps increasing almost roughly the same amount. It had some big ups and downs a few months ago, but now it's started to stabilize where it seems like it ranges within a percent of where it was the 2 weeks before. So good job on Realmverse staying active. At the end of the day, yes, people are maybe producing and making less, but they're producing and making less at roughly the same percentage they were before. So that's very bullish and a very good sign for me. All right, last but not least, if we look at the Magic used in collecting, there was a big downtick in that these 2 weeks, roughly down 30%. The the Realm team, collected about 15,000 Magic Realmers, spent 15,000 Magic manufacturing and producing collectibles this month. A little bit down, but at the end of the day, still very bullish to see that overall people are still very high on Magic as the base currency for Realm. Treasures used, big downtick from the last 2 weeks, but that's to be expected as people rushed the gates when it was first announced to get that anima drip, get that shot, that boost, that pump from getting your anima in, push those AOVs higher. Still, over the last 2 weeks, 332 treasures burned. I think it's incredible considering our economy does not natively produce these. They have to be imported from another economy in the Treasureverse, another economy built on Magic. They are not a native asset to ours, and still to see people using them, consuming them in our economy, to me, that's as bullish and as interoperable as it gets. Another proof of concept. All right, real quick, particle burn sitting at about 27%, and anima burn sitting at 86% right now. Obviously, particle burn is lower because it accumulates at a much faster and a variable rate depending on your realm, where anima burn is universal depending on your transcendence and XP level. However, those are the same for everyone across the board, but particle varies based on the natural resources of the realm that the AOVs are exploring. So I assume that percentage will always stay a bit lower. Either way, good numbers. Anything else you would like to know about the primary and secondary economy, please let me know. Happy to provide it for y'all. All right, the trade economy, the third sector, which is, as we've said a million times, hosted through the beautiful trove.treasure.lol, the Trove Marketplace. All right, spoiler alert, again, most things were down across the board. It was a little bit of a tough middle of the month, but why don't I just give you the numbers? All right, there was a 55% jump in the total sales volume for Realm. Not the total collection, but the total sales volume for Realms as a single collection. However, if you actually look at that number and you take away the 100,000 Magic sale, we're sitting at roughly just under probably 10% less than what we did in the massive end of September sales spree. So either way, yes, the numbers are up, but if you take away the one big sale, it's not a problem, but we're still sitting pretty. So I would say that on a month where everything was down across the board, production and manufacturing wise, it's good to see that Realmers were still trading and buying realms at a high amount. Realm transactions were down about 50% across the board, so clearly doing high volume, less transactions. The floor is steadily rising. People are starting to see the value and are willing to pay what a realm is worth. Yeah. Collectible sales on Trove down about 30% over the last 2 weeks, and the total collectible transactions is also down about 25%. So we saw a slight dip over the last 2 weeks, but keep in mind the end of September was one of the highest volume months that Realm had seen for a while on the Trove marketplace. Virtually almost everything was up. City sales. City sales volume in Magic saw a big boost, up almost double. Did roughly 18,000 in Magic and City sales at the start of October. The total transactions for cities also up 40%, so people are definitely buying and trading cities. Ancient particle reactors were down about 50% in total Magic sales volume and also down 70% in total transaction volume. That makes sense. The floor has risen. The value has started to be established for them. So the floor has gone from about 400 to 700, but in turn, the volume, sales volume, and the sales transactions amount have dropped. Refinery sales, a little bit harder to calculate as T4 through 6 now has added more value due to the sheer amount of Magic that is locked up inside of them. So refinery sales are up. We did about 15% more this month than last month. So the sales volume was up. However, the transactions was only up about 8%. So clearly people were willing to pay a little bit more than they did last month, as people understand that there is a large amount of Magic locked up in T4, 5, and 6 refineries. Monument sales saw a little bit of a bump, a 12% increase in total sales volume and a 50% increase in transaction volume. Keep in mind, that's only about 80 more transactions, so that 50% can be a little bit misleading, but still a gain is a gain is a gain. And it's good to see that a new asset class, a new model, a new vehicle for score and inheritance in the Realmverse is being valued on the Trove marketplace. All right, let's total all those up and look at it. So the total sales volume across all collections on Trove, that includes Realm, collectibles, cities, ancient particle reactors, refineries, and monuments. I believe I got everything in there. There was a 25% increase, a increase of 336,000 Magic over the course of that time compared to the last 2 weeks of September. Even if you take out that massive 100,000 Magic sale, Realm still did almost the exact same thing in total sales volume it did at the end of September. So a nice increase in total volume. Total transactions across all collections in Realm was down about 20%. So it's interesting, again, the values are rising in certain areas. People are willing to pay for bigger things. If you look at the collectibles floor, it's down a little bit. There's been a dip in sales as we saw through the numbers. However, people are still spending Magic. They're still participating. They're still trading. They're still exchanging. They're still bidding. They're still looking for ways to find deals and continue to keep liquidity and the market. So for an update for y'all, we did cross 1 million Magic for Realm a few weeks ago. Right now, these numbers are from the 15th, so a few days ago I recorded them on the day. However, we are approaching 1.5 billion across all Realm transactions in sales volume on Trove. This also does not include the mint for AOVs, the mint out for Realms, or all of the royalties that the team got for the 500 worth of ETH transactions they did on Tofu. So just being on the Trove marketplace and Treasure marketplace, Realm has done almost 1.5 million in Magic volume. Most of these collections cost little to nothing to mint. wherever the collection, wherever the project goes from here on, in my opinion, it is super impressive to create 1.5 million of your reserve currency in transactions in volume out of thin air. That speaks to the project. That speaks to the concept. That is what I have today for the paralysis by analysis. If there was anything else you would like to know, any other numbers, any other parts of the economy, anything you would like me to highlight, please, please, please let me know. And that was paralysis by analysis. Rankings Roundup. All right, let's take a look at the rankings for T1 through 6 refineries. Please keep in mind when I am giving the rankings for tiers 1 through 3, those are continuous scores. They do not reset, they stack. They are based off of population and structures that you stake onto that realm, compared to T4 through 6 refineries, which reset at the start of every month after the snapshot is announced. And these are based off of what you build in that realm. So the strategy for most people has been a T4 through 6 and a T1 through 3. Build on your T4 through 6, stake on your T1 through 3. So just a little bit of context there. Before we get into the individual rankings, the amounts, the announcements for the magic rewards at the end of October have been released. So let me go through that for you. Alrighty, Tier 1, roughly the same. Diamond 17, Platinum 8, Gold 4, Silver 3, Bronze 2. Those are the amounts in Magic. Tier 2, again, roughly the same. Diamond 42, Platinum 19, Gold 9, Silver 6, and Bronze 5. Again, those prices are in Magic. Tier 3, again, roughly the same as the previous months. Diamond 83, Platinum 38, Gold 19, Silver probably around 13, and Bronze around 10. All right, let's get into the big dogs, the harvester refineries, the ones that we are partnered with Life Dow to make sure that we reap, that we destroy, that we conquer the harvester that we are in. All right, Tier 4, Diamond. There are 2 diamonds in Tier 4, 334 Magic. Platinum, 196 Magic. Gold, 100. Silver, 67. And Bronze, 41. Again, that is for Tier 4. The lowest in Tier 4, Bronze, which you can do nothing and achieve Bronze, still is coming in at 49% APR. Tier 5 harvester refineries. Diamond, there is 1 diamond winner. Will get 1,402 Magic. So the 1 diamond will get 1,402 Magic. Platinum, 685. Gold, 372. Silver, 234. And Bronze, 135. Again, Bronze, the lowest tier. The lowest rank, I should say, coming in at 46% APR. And then Diamond, the big ones, the 10,000 Magic locked up in that refinery. The Diamond, the 1 winner, the king of all refineries, the queen, if you will, the leader, the conqueror of all refineries. Diamond Tier 6, 3,805 Magic, a whopping amount. And also Platinum in Tier 6 will also get 1,859 Magic. Gold, 1,009. Silver, 634. And Bronze, 420. There are a very limited number of slots in the Tier 6. It's not like it's a incredibly large amount. There are 17 realms within it. But if you are in there, even if you finish Bronze at the lowest, you will still receive 420 Magic. So those are going to be the rewards next month for the refineries. All right, let's take a look at the actual rankings. I know that's what everyone cares about. Everyone knows the numbers. You can see them yourself. Who cares? We want to know what everybody else is doing. All right, let's go through the T1 rankings. All right, in first place, Diamond In T1, we have Wagme Friends with a score of 949. In rank 2, we also, with a score of 480, we have the coolest realm in the world of ever. And then rounding out the top 3, we have Juggernaut at 331. Coming in last place in Diamond, the floor of Diamond, we have Realm Simulacra. I know this word and I can't pronounce it. I've seen it before. I apologize, with a score of 152.75. So if you would like to be in Diamond in Tier 1, you will need to have a score of 152.75. And if you would like to be in Platinum in Tier 1, in Platinum, you will need to have a score of 52.5. That is the floor for Platinum. Again, Tier 1 refinery, if you would like to be in Platinum, a score of 52.5. And if you would like to be in Diamond, a score of 152.75. Let's go on to Tier 2. In first place in Tier 2, we have the Rittermark with a score of 804.2. Second place, King's Landing, 788.4. And rounding out the top 3 in Diamond, we have Smallville with 736.45. If you would like to be in Diamond in Tier 2, you will have to have a score above the Texoka at 462.4. And if you would like to be in Platinum, you will need to have a score above Dreamland at 186.75. So again, for T2, the floor for Platinum is 186.75, and the floor for Diamond is 462.4. Tier 3. The big dogs of the non-harvester refineries. In first place, we have Realm 30 Dream Realm with a score of 2,763.55. And then in second, we have Astroworld, 2,254.2. And rounding out the top 3, Hamhar at 1931.5. So if you would like to be in Diamond with the big dogs in Tier 3, you will need to have a score above House Lannister at 1,303.05. So a big score needed to get into the Diamond in Tier 3. If you would like to be in Platinum, just a little bit below it, maybe play a little bit, collect your rewards, you will need to be above a score of 334.1 above Crypto Arena. So again, in Tier 3, if you would like to be in Platinum, you will need to have a minimum score of 334.1. And if you would like to be in Diamond, you will need to have a minimum score of 1,303.05. All right. The T4 refineries. We are now getting into the resets, the one where you need to plan in advance. You may have to take a month off to stack to make sure you can win. You may have to sell a little bit. You may have to move these refineries around. You may have to take advantage of population boosts because at the start of the month, the game changes for everyone. Again, in Tier 4, there are only 2 diamond positions right now. Those belong to Scarlet at a score of 599.25 and Blee with a score of 578.2. Those are our 2 diamond leaders. So, in Tier 4, there are only 43 realms, so it is close. To be in Diamond, you will need to have a score of 578.2. To be in Platinum, you will need to be above Scadrial at a score of 401.35. And if you would like to be in Gold, you will need to have a score above Valinor at 160.3. So again, Tier 4 right now, 160.3 for Gold, 401.35 for Platinum, and 578.2 for Diamond. Tier 5, only 1 Diamond, just like Tier 6. Only 1. Right now, it is Poops. Realm 71, Poops in the lead with a score of 738.25. And then in the 2 seeds for Platinum, rank 2 and 3. Rank 2, Eldegod at 670.25. And then in third, second place Platinum, Realm 169, Green Zone 2 at 600.75. So again, to be in Diamond, you will need to beat Poops with a score of 738.25. You will need to be above Green Zone to be in Platinum, above 600.75. And if you would like to be in Gold, you will need to be above Clara World at 402.25. 88.6. There are only 19 realms competing in it. There are only 3 of those realms that do not have a score, that have not built anything yet. So 90+% of people are engaging. Tier 6. Tier 6, the Battle of Kings, the battle for the throne. You must have either contributed or spent over 10,000 magic in a refinery to compete. There is only 1 diamond slot, and there are only 2 platinum spots. Let's take a look. In first place, we have Realm 1800, Apple Inc. with a score of 968.25. The ghost of Steve Jobs, puppeted by Tim Cook, are chugging their way to 1,000 points. Congratulations to Apple Inc. for being on the top right now. Platinum, we have 2 realms in Platinum. Rank 2, the first seed in Platinum. I know this is confusing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find a better way to word it. We have Aromania with a score of 775.25, and in the second place platinum slot, rounding out the third rank of Tier 6 overall, we have New Atlantis with a score of 689. And then if you would like to be in gold, we have a score. You would have to be above Land of the Free at 438.15. So again, if you would like to be gold in Tier 6, you will need a score of 438.15. And if you would like to be platinum in Tier 6, competing for over 1,000 magic in rewards, you will need to be above 689 of Realm 1341 New Atlantis. And if you would like to be first, if you would like your chance at over 3,000 magic, you will need to overthrow Apple Inc. at a score of 968.25. Good luck. Everybody has tried in the real world and in Realm, but as we know, overthrowing Apple is a chore in and of itself. Lord knows I have tried. That wraps up the ranking roundups for Realms. Congratulations to everyone on the top. Congratulations to last month's winners. Hope everyone is looking forward to what you can grab, realizing that you may need to work with other people. You may need to start your own guild. You may need to look at the Money Guild, even though we know they sure got enough money and they sure got enough realms. But hey, a guild's only a guild because people joined it in the first place. So no hating on money. They're doing awesome stuff. They're doing awesome stuff for realms, throwing some good competition. So hey, maybe you try to compete with them. Maybe you try to join them. But I'm excited to see how the month unfolds. Last, I want to do something new. Let's take a look. We don't have a lot of stats for Adventures of the Void yet, but let's take a look at some of the top ones just for the sake of it. Let's take a look at the top few. So, right now, Adventures of the Void are ranked by XP. It is what you get on the higher quests you go on. So, right now, in first place, the highest ranked AOV, we have 2 of them. We have AOV 1513, who is an agent of chaos and a level 4 scientist with an XP of 105. And we also have another agent of chaos that also is a level 4 scientist, AOV 1511. And then coming in, the third highest AOV, we have another agent of chaos. All these agents of chaos, a level 4 zealot this time, looking for an anima boost versus an unknown crafting potential boost. We have AOV 40, one of the early AOVs at 104. We also have a few. We have 4 AOVs at XP of 103, and then a few at 102. It looks like we already have a bunch of AOVs. I'm counting roughly 20 AOVs that are above a score of 100 right now. Congratulations to everyone that's done it. There's a lot of low AOVs within the first 50. Everyone who's been on their timers, everyone who's been doing those harder quests where you have to spend more anima, but you get more XP in return. Keep grinding. We all know this is going to have a huge benefit, just like Natural Resources did if you stayed with it for Realms now. So congratulations to everyone grinding, working hard. Show off your AOVs, show off your realms, put them on Twitter. Let everybody know what we're doing over here. Let everybody know that we're competing, we're working with awesome art, incredible team, and we're doing everything we can to make sure everybody else in the Magic economy knows what we are all about. That is all I have in terms of the leaderboards, and that is the Rankins Roundup. Alrighty, let's wrap this up. Again, thank you everybody for listening. It means the world to me that you come on this journey with me. Again, I want to apologize for the lack of other interviewers, but I promise you I have not dropped it. I am still talking to people. I'm still finding a way to make this work. I want to do more interviews. In fact, it's my favorite part of this whole thing. I'm just trying to work at blending this within my business life and making sure that I can have good conversations where people actually get to talk versus rushing it and just getting the same generic opinion and quotes and sound bites over and over and over again. Thank you to everybody for listening. Thank you to everyone for playing. Thank you for being involved in the economy. Shout out to all of the Realmers who collected big rewards. I know Soma Somo put in a lot of effort to hit the top in a few of these and collect a lot of magic, spent a lot. Congratulations. Thank you to everyone participating in the Discord. Thank you to Tempest. Shout out Tempest. Shout out GBS. Shout out Jonah, DeFi Topper, everybody building, trying to create something. Shout out Realm of the Gods for giving away stuff, for going to their realms. That's another thing. People are giving away airdrops, prizes for others exploring their realms for AOVs. So if you have an AOV but no realm, take a look in the Discord in adventure destinations for realmers that are giving away things for adventuring in their realm. Again, if you have any questions, you have any comments, concerns, anything you'd like to hear me cover, anything you'd like to hear me say or relate to you, please let me know. You can find me in Discord, on Twitter, comment on YouTube, send me an email. The link in the bio in Twitter has my email there. Whatever it is, I want to make this about everybody that's listening. So again, thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being on this journey with me. This is the Realmverse podcast. I am your host, the Big Head Bear, and this has been the mid-October 2022 update. See you in the next one.
The Realmverse podcast.